Okay, today I'm going to be talking about my pure data synthesizer. It is left-handed. Well, it's available in left-handed and right-handed. It uses just intonation. You can't see it on this screen, but there is a wavetable for setting the waveform. You can just draw it on there. It has a reverb built in. I'm not wild about the pure data default reverb. But as for the interesting aspect, the just intonation, well, first of all, let's talk about what makes this left-handed. So basically, with a left-handed keyboard, starting at the far left end, we have the high notes, and going to the right, low notes. And basically it changes around not just higher to lower, but also what each note is. So, for example, normally this would be a C, but in this, it's an E. So, this is an E major chord, even though it doesn't look like it would be. And then the far right, or the low end of the register, is used for changing keys. So for just intonation, basically instead of having evenly spaced notes, you have a root note and the other notes are in just ratios. Things like 3/2 and 4/3, things that are nice and even. And a lot of those fit kind of close with 12-tone even temperament, but it's a much more harmonious sound, and that's something that you would usually get from vocalists and from strings players, strings players that don't have frets would be probably playing in just ratios, because that is what you would be drawn to doing to be harmonious. So basically, what happens when I press any of these, and you can see it on the actual synth, is it takes, in this case, the G, and it completely sets all the other notes to be in just harmonies based on the even temperament G. So it is compatible with standard tuning. If you're maintaining the keys with somebody else playing in standard tuning, your individual notes are going to be a little bit off from theirs, but you could have really lush chords that way. So just to give an example of how different these tunings are, I'm just going to come back to that E major. Okay, so this is in the key of E major, F, so yeah, those are, even though it's all the same chord, you can hear it reverberating differently. Actually, it might be more noticeable higher up even. Let's do a C major chord high up. So you could tell that sounded very different from key change to key change. But the whole time it was a C major chord, just slightly off by different cents. Um, so yeah, that's how this synthesizer works. If you want to download it, I will include a link in the description. Um, again, there is a right-handed version. It's just also available left-handed. One thing to note is that it's programmed. Well, first of all, you need pure data extended, and secondly, it's programmed for a Yamaha E213. I don't know if other Yamaha or maybe even Casio keyboards would follow the same formatting, um, but basically, it won't work with some keyboards. Um, if you have a keyboard that um, you'd like to try with it, work in pure data. I mean, you'll have pure data if you're working this synth, and just you know pay attention to the note in. Um, the note in function is going to give you the information about what MIDI signal you're sending. So you can edit this synth freely, share it freely, um, and yeah, tweak away at it if you want to get it to work with your own keyboard. And that's about all I've got for now. So have a good night.